Hello, this is Dr. Susan Bloomberg, and this is my weekly Facebook Live on Path to Parenting Harmony. Glad to see you all. I'm just going to talk today about a totally new subject, and that's resilience. What does resilience mean? We all have some idea, and I'm hoping that you'll all get the same definition. To me, it means to bounce back from something difficult. We often talk about vulnerable children who have experienced trauma, stress, conflict. Oh, wait a second. We've all been experiencing that for the past year, but there are many children who experience that for most of their lives, perhaps because of their race, perhaps because of their socioeconomic situation, or perhaps because of their disabilities. And so many children whose parents are listening to me right now have experienced vulnerability because of numerous factors. So how do we know if our children are going to be resilient? How do we know how to teach them to be resilient? Well, I'm going to talk about that actually more than once this week because I want to show you some different strategies for how we can help our children improve their resilience. Here's the most important thing. Parents, you are key to this process. You can help your children be emotionally stronger and healthier. And I'm going to give you 10 strategies for doing that. 3 of them right now. Number 1, build a strong emotional connection with your child. Spend one-on-one time with each of your children as often as possible. Most important, leave the phone somewhere else. Turn it off. Put it in another room. Focus all your attention on your child. That was my phone falling down if you heard the clunk. Having this positive time with your child, focusing your full attention on them, whether you're just taking a walk, having a conversation, playing cards or a game, watching a movie or television show together doesn't do it. You want to be focused on them. You want to have some eye contact. Just having this positive time will increase the likelihood later on that your child will come to you when they're having problems, therefore increasing the chance that they'll be able to resolve a difficulty, increasing resilience. Strategy number 2, promote healthy risk-taking. Push them to try new things they've never tried before, outside their comfort zone. So my son with ADHD and anxiety never even wanted to try a new book, go to a new place, try a new food. He was one of those picky eaters who only wanted to eat white food, plain noodles with butter, chicken, mac and cheese. So that was sort of yellow, right? He never wanted to try anything new. It was so hard to get him to go to a new place, try a new game, try anything that was outside of his comfort zone, starting from a very young age. We couldn't even go to restaurants from about age 4 till about age 10. But now, with a lot of coaxing, saying, do you trust your mom? Me tasting things for him, watching me do a new thing. He loves new foods, even, sushi, raw fish, Chinese food, Indian food. It's amazing. He goes to summer camp 8 weeks away from me in the summer. And he loves go-karts. Much too fast, in my opinion, up to 60 miles an hour. He even won an award for that at the go-karting place. But the only way he got to do it is that I encouraged him to take new risks. The third strategy I want to teach you today to help increase resilience in your kids is to resist the urge to fix it. Think about that. We want to stop trying to fix our kids' problems. And instead, I want to encourage you to ask questions. When our kids ask us to solve a problem for them, whether that's to help them with their homework or a social problem in school, so-and-so on the playground doesn't want to play with me anymore, or they had a fight with the other kid and now they don't want to be my best friend anymore, we often resort to rescuing them. We check over their homework and give it back to them or help them solve that problem so that every problem is correct and they always get 100%. What I say to parents in this situation is, didn't you already do 4th grade or 6th grade or 10th grade? You've already been there. You don't need to do it again. And what it shows up when your kid shows up with their homework done 100% every time is that their teachers never see that they're struggling, that they're having difficulty. When you help do the diorama or the 3-dimensional map, the teachers never see that your student has difficulty with certain skills. You need to leave it at, did you work on your homework today? And let them turn it in if it's incomplete or not all correct. Because then the teachers see where your student is having difficulty. And then the school gets to do their job, which is teach your student, not you. Okay? Otherwise, you're rescuing them from seeing what they're struggling with and letting the school do their job. They're the teacher, not you. Another way to do it, or to think about it, is to encourage them to do their own problem solving. How will they learn to solve problems if you're always solving the problem for them? A good example is when young children tattletale. I love that word. So when young kids, if you have more than one, come to you when you haven't seen what happened and said, John hit me, or Susan took my toy, or he cheated at the game. What do? Are you supposed to go down there and try to negotiate an agreement when you weren't in the situation? One of my friends called this holding court, and you listen to one side and then you listen to the other side, and you're supposed to figure out what happened. So with my kids, what usually happened, since they would tell their side of the story and their side of the story, and you don't always know what really happened, I usually ended up sending both of my kids to their rooms for some quiet time or separate playtime. And they hated that because what they really wanted was, 1, to get their brother or sister in trouble, or 2, for me to resolve it on their side or the other side and let them continue playing. So by the time they were 8 or 10, and one of them would come to me saying, oh, my brother did this or my sister did that, I would say, if I get involved, you won't like the outcome. Meaning I'd send them both to their rooms. And the tattletale would look at me for a few seconds and think about it and then say, never mind, and run back to the playroom. What that did is it taught them how to work out their own problems, because if mother got involved, they wouldn't like what I had to say. So it encouraged them from a very young age to learn to work it out themselves. And lo and behold, that's what happened. And there were fewer and fewer instances of tattling. So 3 strategies: one-on-one time between parent and child as frequently as possible without the telephone, yours or theirs. 2, promoting healthy risk-taking. Don't rescue them. Let them try new things on their own. Encourage them to go out of their comfort zone. Number 3 was resist the urge to fix it and rescue them, and let them try to solve their own problems. So I hope these strategies are ones you'll try in the next few days. Do write down here on Path to Parenting Harmony what you've tried and how it worked. And on Wednesday, I'll post a new Facebook Live and give you a couple more strategies. Thank you so much for listening today. Do encourage your friends to join us here on Path to Parenting Harmony. Please follow along and post your questions and concerns about any parenting issues that you're having. I will post here again the link to my free parent workshop, How to Help Your Kids Get Stuff Done. The one last week on Friday was a huge success, and the next free workshop is on Thursday, April 22nd at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, 9 p.m. Eastern. I hope to see many of you there. One last thing, my new collaborative parenting program called Parent and Teen Harmony, or PATH, will be starting on Tuesday, April 20th. This is an amazing 12-week program, an hour and 15 minutes. I'll be doing 30-minute presentations on great topics in parenting, kids 10 to the early 20s, and then 45 minutes of open coaching, the opportunity to ask your questions about what's going on in your life and for parents to talk together and sharing their issues and concerns. Hope to see you then. Please schedule a consult with me if you're interested in signing up. So happy to be talking to you as I do every Monday right here at 1:15 Mountain Time every Monday on Path to Parenting Harmony. Good to talk to you. Bye.